Old and Achy here with another Halo Infinite campaign mission walkthrough, and this is Mission 2 Foundation run on the Mythic LASO difficulty, that is Legendary All Skulls on, no deaths, no saves, quits, and resumes, and this replaces my original video of this mission, which actually had one death. So this is a true no death mission, and along the way I found a fairly good method for taking out Tremonius at the end. But first off, we switch over to our dynamo grenade and we start firing grenades at the elite after switching back over to rockets. So I'm equipped with, well, I'm supposed to be equipped with a BR and a rocket launcher, but in reality, ooh, he's still there. I'll be darned. There he goes. In reality, because of the restart weapons glitch, which has never been fixed, I still have the sword from a previous run. So now I'm equipped with the sword and the rocket launcher. And I want to make sure that I had the sword equipped. And now we're going to do a little bit of a skip here off this first area. I'm just going to run right by it. Try to stay out of the way of the grunts. Notice how I come down here to the edges and come underneath. That avoids fire, which is necessary because you can be easily taken out if you stay up there on the upper level, or stay on the high side if you will. And okay, those two grunts are gone, and on to the next. And we will be doing a skip of this area as well, using the grappling hook. Now with the bandana skull, along with infinite weapons, ammo, and grenades, you get instant cooldown with the grappling hook. I'm not sure if that's the right term or not, but you get the idea. So you can just grapple away. And notice I came fairly straight up until I got to the area that was lit, and then I started moving to the left. Okay, that was pretty easy, even for somebody who can't grapple with a crap like me. This room, you could also do a bit of a skip by grappling up the right or left sides. But again, because I'm just such a terrible grappler, I decided to take the safer and easier way out. Some might disagree with that. By taking all the banished out in the room. So I'm going to clear the room. And this takes a little bit of time, but as long as you're careful, it's not too difficult to do. The immediate threat is all the grunts and shielded jackals in this first area here, the lower level if you will. And the grunts are really pesky, especially with those disruptors. They can drop your shields or disruptor fire can drop your shields in a hurry, and they fire over a long distance. Now what these grunts that I'm firing at now on the left and then on the right like to do is hide behind that big pillar. So once I get them moved into cover, then I'll just fire at the area I just did to see if I could get some splash damage on them. Now, I know there's another one or two out there somewhere. Now with the rocket launcher, splash damage works pretty well, especially when you launch somebody. Alright, it looks like, nope, boy, there's just when you think it's safe to go back in the water. So, and I think there's another one hiding up there behind a pillar. Oh, he just went flying. And then that guy on the left is really bugging me. That grunt. Oh, I think I just got him. Or just launched a dead grunt. There still should be a shielded jackal down there somewhere. Now, I'm not too concerned about taking damage here. Losing my shields, because in the next area that we will actually have a firefight, I can get them back. So I'm not too worried about that. And I'm going to be doing all of my firing here at distance. This could take anywhere from a minute to 5. But you'll notice that what happens here is that, first of all, the shielded jackal fire is very inaccurate at this distance, so I'm not too worried about that. And I can see it coming, and I can move a little and not take any damage. The elites will not fire at me from this distance, so I'm not too worried about that. And the idea here is to fire in both rounds to get them moving back and forth, and hopefully either taking them out or take them out with splash damage. Because they will move to avoid the rockets. Obviously it's a slow travel, if you will. Not as fast as the Scorpion gun, which we will be getting in Outpost Tremonius. Oops, didn't move fast enough there. I'm pretty sure my shields are just about gone now, but again, not too worried. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way up there. So I think there was originally 3 elites up there. I think I got one of them because I think I see 2 of them bouncing around up there. Notice how they try to go to cover. So you either catch them outright or use splash damage to drive them into a post or something, which will take them out. Yeah, it looks like there's still 2 of them up there. So this is not a speed run by any measure or any means, so I'm not too worried about losing time here. This room I can clear generally between 6.5 and 9 minutes, depending on how pesky these elites are. Okay, I just saw one go, and that was splash damage. I drove him into a post. And there goes the other one. Alright, just to make sure that there's not another one hiding up there somewhere, I'm going to be very careful when I come up. Throw my dynamo grenades. The dynamo grenade or the shock grenade will freeze the banished, even elites, momentarily. So it's a good way to determine if you've got any enemies hiding. So that's it. That's it for that room. And what, I got 7.5 minutes or so? That's not bad. We're at the 7.5 minute mark. Alright, so now we got to go find the weapon. And go get the weapon. And just dodge these pillars that are moving across. Some people can just keep moving all the way through. Me, I just try to be a little careful. Okay, here comes the weapon. Ooh, and like I said, my shields were not quite toast, but they're weakened. Alright, I'm going to skip this as I skip the opening scenes. Now my regular legendary run, I included all the cutscenes, so... But I didn't feel the need to do that here because the objective is just to get it done with 0 deaths, with all the skulls on.
How would you live your life?
That voice is Cortana's.
No, it's not her.
So I'll let this run out. This is a forced kind of cutscene. I can't do anything about it.
It's all around us.
Today, I was open and was taught. They saw faces. 75 healthy subjects. Handpicked by the perfect photographer. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly, there is one son. I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming.
Okay. First up is to make sure I got rockets equipped. And I got both rockets ready to go. And here we're either going to have 2 or 3 grunts initially and a couple of shielded jackals. I'm going to take the grunts out. Freeze them. Okay, that's 2 of the grunts. I think there's a third. Yeah, this run had a third grunt. Whoops. Be very careful about that. They're grenade throwing fools. Alright, good. That was splash damage that took him out. Alright, now next up are the shielded jackals, and that's where I'm going to get my shields back. I'm kind of taking a look to see where they're at. I don't want to throw the grenade right at them. Just in the vicinity. Alright, shields are back. And then let's take out the second one. And there he is. Notice how when I grapple him with the shield up, it just knocks him back. But I don't engage with the grapple. So you gotta be aware of that. Alright, 2 grunts here. Oh, I totally missed them. I got one of them go flying. Now there is a little bit of a skip here that one could take by grappling across the edge,
Even worse than I imagined.
which is off to my right. But again, because I'm a terrible grappler, I just side take these guys out. It's no big deal. Okay, so there were 2 grunts up there. There's 2 shielded elites and 2 shielded jackals and a jackal sniper. And they're pretty easy. The first one is a little bit left of the post there. The second one's a little bit right of the post. And then the jackal sniper is up top. Sometimes he is there on the right. Most times he's up here at the top of the ramp here at the left and just fire grenades up here. He's not shielded. So a couple, 3 grenades will take him out easily. QED. Quite easily done. Now, the mini skip that I was talking about would have gotten us to this platform without engaging those guys. But, as it turns out, there's only one more skip that I'm going to do, and that's coming up here soon. It uses the grappler, and I always have fun with this one.
Is it safe?
I think so.
Alright, cutscene.
Yes.
Let's get rid of the cutscene. What am I doing here?
Safe.
I'm letting this run a bit. There we go. I'm not sure, maybe I just got distracted there. Okay, on to the next. Alright, and what we have coming up are is an area where there's 2 gaps that if you use the weapon to engage a bridge will trigger enemies. However, there's a skip to that. There's that one terminal there. Okay, look up and trouble. Look up, grapple the post and swing around, and okay, we just skipped the first area. And this one, actually, I did a little bit better. Okay, so sprint, jump, grapple up, swing around, and swing across. And we've just skipped a major firefight. I mean, this area, if you were to duke it out with the banished, is a real pain in the butt. Okay, on to the next. We're going to be dealing with a grunt mule. It's a good place to get shields back if we've got any damage. So kind of jump up here, grapple, and use the sword to take him out. Those sword strikes count as melees. Alright, so if I didn't have shields before, I got them now. Next up is a brute sniper. Just position yourself right about here and then fire a couple of rockets at him. If he doesn't really see you, he will not put his laser on you, and he'll just stand there. So that's a pretty easy way to take him out. Okay, power seed.
This object.
Now, while she didn't say this before a ways back when there was a power seat back there is beyond me. Anyway, power seat into the little terminal thingy there and activates the lift, and away we go. A lot of whispering going on here. I think maybe I stopped here to... Nope, I didn't. I thought I stopped to take a break. Alright, we're going to come into a room where we will be getting a shield core, maybe? I think it's a shield core. Yeah, it's a shield core. Okay. So we have to listen to the description of the Spartan that got taken out here.
Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist. The vitals have been offline for nearly a month. Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger.
Yeah, it's that special sword by the weapon master,
She never saw it coming.
who we'll ultimately meet in a later mission. House of Reckoning, next to last boss to be taken out in the House of Reckoning. Okay, take that grunt out, come back out.
We're here. That elevator should take us to
And notice how the dynamo grenades freeze the bad guys so that you can put fire on them. Alright, we got 2 jackal snipers up here. One on this side and one on the far side. I'm looking back here because there's also a shielded jackal down there. No, and there's a grunt over there. There's a lot of grunts in this room. I didn't ever take an accurate count, but I can tell you this is that if more than one puts fire on you, you can lose your shields in a hurry. Okay, that's a second jackal sniper I just took out. And you can hear that little click. That tells me that I've taken him out. For jackals and grunts, when you take them out, you'll hear a click. There we go. Freezing, fire. Alright. So now we've got to clear the room. And got to be a little careful. Again, because the grunts, besides being shielded, they've got those disruptors, and you cannot afford to take a lot of fire on those from those weapons. And they also have a bad habit of stepping out, firing, and ducking behind cover. So I took my time in this room. And again, notice that as soon as I moved out from cover, the grunts moved out from cover and started firing. Oh, there's another one down there too. All right, got the jackal. There's another grunt. It's amazing how accurate they are with those little weapons, which fire a long distance. The other thing I don't quite understand is there are times when I've hit a grunt dead solid perfect with a rocket or a shot from the Scorpion Cannon in the later missions, and the grunt somehow survives it. But on the other hand, I can take out a shielded brute with one shot. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Inequality in abilities, if you will. Oh. See, at the lower levels of difficulty, you could probably step out and expose yourself a little bit more just to see where everybody's at, because your shields will regenerate. And you'll know that you'll know when you're low on shields. So that you can step back into cover. Okay, that guy's gone. But With black eye on, the only way you can get your shields back is the melee. And there are times when there's issues even doing that, because if your shields are failing because of the disruptor or the shock from a grenade or whatever, and you melee, you don't get the effect of the melee, which I find very irritating. In other words, if I can feel my shields going down from the shock value, if you will, and even if I melee, it still happens. So take that in consideration as well. That's why when I try to freeze a bad guy, a lot of times when I freeze a grunt or a jackal with a dynamo grenade, I will wait until the effects wear off before I melee. Although with the jackals it's not so bad, but with the grunts it is. Alright, looks like we've... Oh, I didn't want to do that. God, I hate that. Whoops. Here we go. Get my shields back. Boom. When we get to the final area, we definitely want full shields. So I got my rocket launcher back. Little advice going forward, when we pick up the scorpion gun in Outpost Tremonius, is that whenever you grapple, make sure you got your other weapon equipped, because if you accidentally pick up a weapon with the scorpion gun equipped, you've lost the scorpion gun, you can't get it back. That's one of the downsides to it. Of course, it's offset by a lot of upsides, like firepower. Oh, there's another one. Just sneak up on him, take him out. Okay. So now we've got probably 4 or 5 or so grunts and a shielded jackal or 2 to take out to totally clear the room. And the weapon will tell us when we've taken out the last one. This guy's starting to pester me a little bit. Yeah, not a problem with the jackals and under the effects of the dynamo grenade. I don't think I have demonstrated the issue with grunts in this run, but I've had it happen. Okay, I just sent somebody flying. And notice I'm doing this at distance, and I'm in a place where I can immediately go to cover. At some point here I'll start moving up, but I'm just kind of thinning the herd, as it were. I heard somebody... Okay, that's it. That was the last one. Alright, so now we got to attempt... We have to attempt to bring the elevator down and find out that, oh no, it's not powered. We got to go find a power seed to power it. Yeah, here we go.
Well, it would.
Alright, notice I look back there first, back towards the right, because that's where I'm going to go after I power up the elevator and skip the cutscene and Tremonius comes flying at me.
Genetic repositories, forerunner storage vessels, silences.
How do you know this?
That should do it. Let's get back to the elevator.
Okay, so we will power it up, and I'm going to make sure I got my rockets equipped, and that I'm fully loaded with the 2 rockets. And we come over here, and again I'm taking a look back there, picking out my little route. Alright, and as soon as I hit the cutscene, I'm hauling it back this way. Okay, to the far side of this little area, like right in here. Now sometimes he'll appear right away, sometimes the jackals will appear first, sometimes he just takes his time without the jackals, but I just heard him. Now what will happen here, you gotta be a little careful because he'll throw grenades and stuff. Now notice what he did there. He's using his jetpack, but in this particular area, he can only go up. You gotta be a little careful. Now you gotta also time it, which I'm not really good at, timing the reload of the rockets with the throwing of grenades. But as long as you keep him back towards that corner and out of the way of his weapons. Okay, I got him with splash damage. That is a very repeatable method of taking this guy out. Oh, still got a jackal or two. Alright. And it looks like I took out the other jackal when I was firing rockets at Tremonius. And that is it. The only thing left to do is to fire up the elevator and head to the surface. So this is a true Mythic LASO run on Foundation. That is legendary, all skulls on, and no deaths, no saves, quits, and resumes. Everything run in a single segment, and it's post-update. So I'm going to be able to get the cannon in the next mission, Outpost Tremonius. I hope this helps you in your quest. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Olenaki signing off. Take care, everybody.